Hey Pitmasters, what is up? Welcome to the picanha test video. For this test video I ordered all the different types of picanha that I could get, just to see if there's a difference.
First of all, when is this storm going to stop?
The storm is, I think, about to hit peak. And then when it's finished, well, probably we will be done.
What happened to don't buy picanha?
Oh, that was a good video. I know you guys enjoyed it a lot. And so the idea of that video was just to point out that there's an alternative to picanha. It doesn't have to be picanha all the time. And the price of picanha are going up really quick. So tri-tip is a good thing to have as an alternative, and it really does taste good. All of a sudden I have pure picanhas here. Don't get me wrong, I like picanha. So if I get the opportunity to cook up some picanha, I will. As we know, the Wagyu has a lot of intermuscular fat, and you can see that straight away on the bottom. You can see it right there, right there. Also the fat cap on top is really good. There's around a centimeter of fat on it, and that's gonna work out really well when we start roasting it. Now this is the Uruguayan grain-fed picanha. And look, also a lot of intermuscular fat. It looks really good. The fat cap is a little thinner here, but that's just fine. The USA grain-fed picanha, it still has a lot of intermuscular fat, not as much as the first two, but it still looks really good. Nice big fat cap on top, which is really important. And finally our Botswana picanha. Looks really good, but the fat cap is a little bit broken up. The intermuscular fat is not fantastic, but it's still there. The cheapest one is the USA grain-fed. The most expensive one, of course, is the Wagyu picanha. But if you look at the sizes, there are a lot of difference in size. Now I want to make sure that I cut them down to all the same size. The storm is just going... The storm is just going crazy. We're going to cut these picanhas down to the same size, so when we cook them, they're going to be done at the same time. You want to take this home, Marshall?
I was expecting that.
You were expecting it, it's the payoff. Now we are going to trim these picanhas up, because there's still a lot of fat on them and a little bit of silver skin. We need them to look really good. We're just going to carve these fat caps, and there's a good reason for that. Because we want to sprinkle them with salt, and by carving them we're going to maximize the coverage of salt, draw as much moisture from the fat as we can, and so it will help to crispen them up. Now we'll sprinkle on a little bit of salt. I got a little bit of fleur de sel right here. A little bit. It's not really a little bit. Actually, it's quite a lot. I know this is a test video, but I want to try something. And I got these porcini dried mushrooms, and I want to make a rub out of them. So we're going to grind these fine until dust, together with a little bit of salt and a little bit of red pepper berries. Now we're going to add salt to that. I'll mix that up. Now I want you to try this. I'll try it first.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm excited. This is going to be good. Try it.
It's good.
Yeah, right? These red pepper berries, they are not that spicy. So first we'll put on some olive oil. Now we'll lightly season that because we don't want the rub to be too overpowering. Our barbecue is still on from the last cook that we did, but the charcoal is already burned up, so we're going to add some more big block. Now we'll put the grill grates back on. We'll put the picanhas on the grill with the fat cap up. So we'll roast these at a temperature of 140 degrees Celsius. Of course, we're going to make a little recipe to go with our picanhas. And in this case, we're going to make a roasted pepper charcoal oil. So I got 5 of these red chili peppers that I'm going to put in my little stove. But when I say in my little stove, I actually mean down in the embers. Once the peppers are nice and roasted, we're going to take them out of the fire. They turn black. This means the skin is burned, but the peppers aren't. We'll put them in a plastic bag, let them cool down. Now we are going to roast these 2 pointy bell peppers. Once these bell peppers are roasted, we're going to put them in the bag as well. Now we'll close the bag and let these steam. They have steamed in the bag and are cooked. Now all we need to do is scrape off the burned outside. Look at that, how easy is that? We're also going to take out the seeds, which is very easy to do. Just open them up, scrape them out. I'm going to do the same thing with the little chili peppers that we roasted. Now we'll put this into our grinder and whisk it up. This is all grind down to a fine puree. Now we're going to add oil. We're also going to add some of our rub. Give that a quick whisk. We don't need to blend it anymore, just whisk it, just mix it up. Wow, let's give that a quick try. Not too spicy, really good, good spicy. Now that our sauce is finished, let's check on our picanhas. Woo, look at them. It's time to start working on our crust and flip these things around. It's on! This was the Botswana. Taking it off right now, same place. There we go. This is the US version of picanha. We're also taking off our beautiful Wagyu picanha. Beautiful. And our Uruguayan picanha is done as well. Now we're going to let these rest for at least 10 minutes. Now it's cold and windy outside. We actually got a storm right now, but we're still going strong. But it means that when I slice into this, the fat is going to harden up and it's not gonna look as pretty anymore. So we gotta do this quick. If you take a look at these beautiful picanhas, you can now clearly see that all the difference that there were in the beginning are gone. They look exactly the same. The fat has crunched up. The outside has become nice mahogany red. You want to start with the little one? Oh, there we go. I'm just going to slice this in half. Look at that. Look at how juicy that looks. That looks really, really good to me. I'm just going to slice it up. There she is. Look at that beauty. Look at how juicy that is. Fantastic. Let's take a bite. That is tasty. What one? It is a juicy picanha. The fat is crunchy. The flavors are there. I really like how the rub didn't disturb the flavors of the picanha, but added a little bit of flavor profile to it. It's a good picanha. Let's slice this in half as well. This is the American picanha, the USA grain fat. Look at that. Now this looks really good as well. Look at that. That's beautiful, right? It looks a little less juicy, but it still looks really good. But there's only one way to find out if it's any good, and that's bite into it. This is a nice picanha as well. It has less flavor to it. It doesn't have that beefy flavor that we got from the Botswana version of picanha. This is, it's sweeter actually. But still good. Give it a try. It's not as tasty, you don't get that nice balanced beef flavor.
I don't like that sweetness, to be honest.
No, it's not as good as the Botswana.
No, it doesn't suit picanha.
That's true, true. This is our Uruguayan version of picanha. Let's slice into it. Look at that. Let's slice into it. It looks good, nice and juicy. It kind of looks in between the Botswana and the US grain fat. I like this one. Straight away, great fat cap. The flavor in the fat cap is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if the flavor of the meat is better than the Botswana, but the flavor of the fat cap is definitely miles better than the Botswana. Here, give this a try. I really like that fat cap. It's really good, right?
More flavor to fat cap.
Yeah. but the meat is not as flavorful as the Botswana one.
No.
Now finally we're going to slice into our Wagyu. Look at that, what a beauty. Juicy. Look at how that meat opened up. That's the fat that rendered down that was in there. And look at how tender it is. It shreds right up. I'm afraid to say it, but I think tenderness, the picanha, for now, it looks really promising. There we go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner?
I'm not sure yet, but tenderness-wise, picanha hands down wins. The thing with Wagyu is like, there is this side flavor to Wagyu that, I don't know, it's not true to beef. Here, you try this. There is something on the side of Wagyu. Now let's try the Botswana again, because I'm really surprised by it. It didn't have the best fat cap. Let's try it again. It has the best flavor.
Winner.
Yeah. Mors and I said it at the same time. It was like, hands down, the Botswana wins. It has the best beef flavor. Even, it's cooked a little bit further than the rest because it's like a thinner picanha steak. And the tenderness of the Wagyu, it's unbeatable. It's like crazy tender. It's melting in mouth tender. And the Uruguayan version, it had that beautiful fat cap that had so much flavor. The USA, it had a good fat cap, but it's kind of like average scoring on all levels. But the Botswana one, it was really nice and beefy. And I love that beefy flavor. If I'm eating steak or if I'm eating beef, I want to taste beef. And Botswana is giving me that beefy flavor. Now it's time to tear up a piece of bread and get into that sauce. This is going to be so good. Oh, this is good. I'm going to have another piece of that Botswana to go with it. Wow, fantastic combination. This was one of my favorite experiments. When you get the opportunity to test all kinds of picanhas. Fantastic, because there's not one bad picanha here, they're all great. But the winner is Botswana, and I'm really excited about that. The juices on the board were super tasty. Our little bit of pepper oil was fantastic. What more could you wish for? I'm a happy pitmaster. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are going to smash that like button. I love to see 1,000 likes on this video. I definitely think it deserves it. So let me know what your favorite picanha was down below in the comment, and I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.